Let's get this BBQ started. Right, you lot. Bakra Eid is around the corner, and you know what that means? A time for celebration, sacrifice, and sharing with our loved ones. It's a bloody special occasion. And what better way to celebrate than with a proper BBQ bash that'll blow everyone's socks off? We're talking juicy kebabs, smoky aromas, and enough food to feed a bloody army. This year, we're going to make sure your Bakra Eid BBQ is the talk of the town. We'll cover everything from planning the perfect menu to grilling those kebabs to absolute perfection. I'm talking melt-in-your-mouth tender with a crispy, charred exterior that'll have your guests begging for more. Get those aprons ready because we're about to turn your backyard into a culinary paradise. Let's make this Bakra Eid unforgettable. Listen up, you donkey. The menu is the bloody backbone of any successful Bakra Eid BBQ. We need to get this right. Think classic, traditional dishes that scream Bakra Eid, but with your own personal twist. Don't even think about serving up some dry, overcooked excuse for a kebab. We're talking succulent lamb skewers marinated in yogurt and spices, bursting with flavor. And for God's sake, don't forget the sides. Fluffy naan bread, fragrant biryani, and a selection of chutneys to tantalize those taste buds. All right, you Muppets, let's talk about the star of the show, the meat. For Bakra Eid, it's got to be lamb. Tender, juicy lamb cooked to perfection. We're talking succulent kebabs, smoky chops, and flavorful koftas that'll have your guests drooling. Remember, the key to a good kebab is in the marinade. We're talking yogurt, ginger, garlic, and a blend of aromatic spices that'll make your taste buds sing. And don't even get me started on the charring. We want those kebabs with a beautiful crust and a juicy pink center. Listen, you lot, the sides are just as important as the main course. We need to complement those glorious kebabs with dishes that are bursting with flavor and texture. Think fluffy naan breads, fragrant biryani rice, and a selection of refreshing salads to cut through the richness of the meat. And don't forget the raita. A dollop of cool, creamy yogurt with chopped cucumbers and mint is the perfect way to balance out those spicy flavors. Get creative with your sides and don't be afraid to experiment. For God's sake, don't underestimate the power of a good condiment. We're talking vibrant chutneys, tangy sauces, and spicy dips that'll take your BBQ to the next level. A dollop of mint chutney adds a refreshing zing, while a drizzle of tamarind sauce brings a sweet and tangy kick. And let's not forget the pickles. Spicy mango pickle, tangy lime pickle, the more the merrier. These condiments are the perfect way to add a burst of flavor and a touch of acidity to your Bakra Eid feast. Listen up, you lot. No Bakra Eid feast is complete without a sweet treat to finish it off. We're talking decadent baklava, creamy kheer, and melt-in-your-mouth sheer kirma. These traditional desserts are the perfect way to end your meal on a high note. And if you're feeling really adventurous, why not try your hand at making some homemade ice cream? Mango, pistachio, rosewater, the possibilities are endless. Just make sure you leave your guests wanting more. Right, you lot. It's going to be a scorcher, so we need to make sure our guests stay hydrated. We're talking refreshing roux afza, creamy lassi, and traditional sherbets that'll cool you down from the inside out. And for those who fancy something a little stronger, a cold beer or a glass of wine always goes down a treat. Just remember to drink responsibly, you hear? We don't want any casualties before the kebabs are even cooked. Listen up, you Muppets. The key to a successful Bakra Eid BBQ is preparation. Don't even think about leaving everything to the last minute, or you'll end up in a right mess. We need a plan, and we need to stick to it. First things first, make sure you've got all your ingredients. We don't want to be caught short in the middle of cooking. Next, get your marinades going. The longer you marinate your meat, the more flavorful and tender it will be. And for God's sake, clean as you go. The last thing you want is a mountain of dishes to deal with after your guests have left. Now listen carefully, you lot. The marinade is where the magic happens. We're talking about a symphony of flavors that'll transform your meat into something truly special. I'm talking yogurt, ginger, garlic, and a blend of aromatic spices that'll make your taste buds sing. We're looking for a marinade that's both flavorful and tenderizing, something that'll infuse the meat with moisture and create a beautiful crust when grilled. And for God's sake, don't be shy with the spices. We want those kebabs bursting with flavor. Listen up, you donkey. Prepping your vegetables is just as important as prepping your meat. We don't want to be caught with our pants down when it's time to assemble those kebabs or whip up a salad. Chop your onions, dice your tomatoes, and slice your cucumbers ahead of time. And for God's sake, don't forget the herbs. Fresh coriander, mint, and parsley will add a burst of freshness to your dishes. Trust me, a little bit of pre-chopping will save you a world of pain later on. Right, you lot. The grilling station is your battlefield and you need to be prepared. Make sure you have all the necessary tools, including long-handled tongs, a grill brush, and a meat thermometer. And for God's sake, don't forget the charcoal. We want those coals nice and hot before we even think about putting any meat on the grill. A well-organized grilling station will make all the difference when it comes to cooking those kebabs to perfection. Listen up, you Muppets. It's Bakra Eid, not a funeral. Let's inject some festive cheer into this BBQ with some vibrant decorations. Think bright colors, traditional lanterns, and festive banners to create a welcoming atmosphere. And don't forget the flowers. A few vases of fresh flowers will add a touch of elegance to your outdoor space. Remember, it's all about creating a festive and inviting ambiance for your guests. Now listen here, you lot. We don't want any food poisoning scandals on our watch, do we? So let's talk about hygiene. Wash your hands thoroughly before handling any food, and keep your work surfaces clean and sanitized. And for God's sake, make sure your meat is cooked through properly. We don't want any undercooked surprises ruining our Bakra Eid feast. Remember, food safety is paramount, so let's be smart and stay safe. Right, you lot. Bakra Eid is a time to embrace our cultural heritage, so let's infuse our BBQ with some traditional touches. Play some festive music, share stories about the significance of Bakra Eid, and encourage your guests to join in the celebrations. We're talking about creating an immersive cultural experience that'll transport your guests to the heart of the celebration. Remember, it's all about sharing our traditions and creating lasting memories. A Bakra Eid BBQ is all about fun, laughter, and spending quality time with loved ones. So let's keep the entertainment going with some traditional games and activities. Set up a kite flying competition, organize a game of Ludo, or challenge your guests to a carom tournament. The key is to choose activities that everyone can enjoy, regardless of age or skill level. Kite flying is a beloved tradition during Bakra Eid, so let's get those kites soaring high in the sky. Encourage your guests to bring their own kites, or provide some for them to decorate and fly. It's a fun and festive activity that'll bring out the child in everyone. Just make sure you choose a safe and open space for kite flying, away from any power lines or obstacles. Bakra Eid is a time for reflection and storytelling. Gather your loved ones around and share stories about the significance of this special occasion. Talk about the importance of sacrifice, charity, and compassion. Share anecdotes about past Bakra Eid celebrations and the memories you've made. Storytelling is a powerful way to connect with others and keep the spirit of Bakra Eid alive. For God's sake, let's add a touch of artistry to our Bakra Eid BBQ with a henna station. Hire a professional henna artist or set up a DIY station with cones, stencils, and glitter. Encourage your guests to adorn their hands and feet with intricate henna designs. It's a fun and festive way to celebrate this special occasion and create lasting memories. Let's take a break from the digital world and engage in some good old-fashioned board games. Set up a designated games area with classics like Ludo, Carom, chess, and cards. These games are perfect for all ages and provide a great opportunity for friendly competition and bonding. So gather your loved ones, roll the dice, and let the games begin. For the competitive souls out there, why not host a BBQ cook-off? Invite your guests to showcase their grilling skills and battle it out for the title of Grill Master. Provide a selection of ingredients and let them work their magic. Appoint judges to sample the culinary creations and crown the winner. It's a fun and interactive way to add some excitement to your Bakra Eid BBQ. Let's capture those precious Bakra Eid memories with a themed photo booth. Set up a backdrop with festive decorations and provide props like funny hats, oversized sunglasses, and quirky signs. Encourage your guests to strike a pose and snap some memorable photos. It's a fun and interactive way to document the festivities and create lasting mementos of your Bakra Eid BBQ. Right, you lot. That's it for today's Bakra Eid BBQ extravaganza. I hope these tips have inspired you to host a celebration that's bursting with flavor, fun, and unforgettable memories. Remember, it's all about spending quality time with loved ones, embracing our traditions, and indulging in delicious food. Now go forth and create a Bakra Eid BBQ that's worthy of a Michelin star. From my kitchen to yours, Have a joyous and blessed Bakra Eid filled with love, laughter, and culinary delights.